Right, hello, welcome to this week's angling blog. You join me on the banks of the river finally for pike. It's been a long time coming. October and November were fantastic months, and then the rain come, and boy did it rain. I think the only day the river was fishable was Christmas Day, and the missus said you can go fishing on Boxing Day. Thought great, I'll get out, and then it proceeded to bucket down on Christmas Day night. So yeah, it's been 11-12 days to get it right again, but we're back on the river and hopefully we'll be in search of a pike. So yeah, the rods are out, let's just sit back and hope we get one. Have you ever had one of them mornings on the bank where you think I shouldn't have bothered? Got halfway here, forgot my dead baits, so I had to go back for them. Got here, went to set up. I had one rod set up with a wire trace on, cast it in. Went to get my other rod, went to get my wire traces. Left the bucket at home last night. So I've had to make up a wire trace before I started today. Putting the bank sticks in, I went slid top to bottom on the bank. And I've just found out when I put that bait in that I've made a completely barbless trace up. So now I've got to make another semi-barb trace because I just don't trust them. I've had too many baits fly off with just complete barbless traces, so I'm gonna have to make another trace up now. But yeah, one of them mornings where you just question whether you should have just stayed in bed and had a lie in. But yeah, fingers crossed that a pike comes along and saves this day because it's been awful so far. Right, so we've got to literally just cast this in, literally recast the bait, turn around, and then a couple of beeps on the rod. And as you can see there, the line's pulling off. I'm going to take, so give it a bit of time to run because it is a freezing cold day today, and I'm going to let into it. Right, just found a bit of flat ground here. Just do a bit of unhooking on the video because you don't know how many you're going to get today. I've already got the morning. So everything's ready. Got my unhooking mat wetted down, weight sling, bolt cutters, pliers, forceps, all ready to go. The pike is still in the net in the edge, but everything's ready before you get it out, and that's the most important thing. Everything wetted down and ready. I'll grab my scales on the way past because we'll give him a bit of a weigh. We'll get him unhooked and then we'll have a look at him. So I'll go and get him out the edge. Right, I can see straight away that we've got one of the hooks in the net. He has been thrashing about a bit. So let off a bit of line and get your rod out of the way. Get the pike on the mat and try and see. So it's quite a lively one. where them hooks are. Right. You start, you know, get a bit of a lively one. They're not all going to be easy to handle on the bank. So my main concern right now is the fact that I've got a hook in the net and a hook in the pike. So holding it near the mesh so you don't pull it, sort of flip, give it a tight hold, pull it back. Once the pike's unhooked, then it can't do itself any damage pulling against the net. Just tease out that bit of flesh there. And there we go. So there's your net, and there's the pike unhooked. I'll have a quick little look at him. Like I say, a nice pike. Give him a bit of a weigh, probably 7-8 pound, maybe 6-7-8 pound. I'll have a bit of a weigh and get a proper blog of him done. But yeah, stay calm when you're unhooking the pike, and you won't come into any trouble. And so we're going to get the hooks out of the net, and then we'll set up a shot and have a look at him properly. Right, that's the pike weighed, just over £9, £9.2 I think it was, £9.3. A lovely pike, and more than welcome. And so we've been fishing a few other places because the conditions have been terrible for the last couple of months. It's not stopped raining, so it's good to get, you know, back in the swing of things. And a £9 pike is a great start. Let's get them rods back out and see if anything else is hungry. But yeah, a lovely start. And as I always say, always got to rest them till they're ready to go back. And look at the beautiful colours on that from above. Absolutely beautiful pike. And it's time for this one to go back. Go on matey, off you go. Straight under the edge. Right, that pike's just gone back now, and boy wasn't that a relief. Bit of a celebratory brew as always, but after the morning I've had, what a relief that pike was. More than welcome. The rods are back out now, so fingers crossed before we pack up. I mean, I'm only going to do till about 1 o'clock today. It's a Sunday and I was out fishing yesterday for chub, so yeah, I'm not going to spend all day out today, just a morning session. So fingers crossed, you know, one more pike turns up and makes an appearance, but if it doesn't, that pike has more than made up for a terrible morning. So I'm just going to sit back, have a brew, and hopefully another pike will come along. Fingers crossed. Right, so while the rig's out of the water, I just thought I'd go over me setup. It's a 2.5 ounce lead, £60 piker braid, low resistance fox fun ring, and what you want is a heavy lead so it sits on the bottom, and then the pike pulls the line through that, so when you get a take the lead shouldn't really move. 2 beads to aid separation on the cast, a buffer bead, and then it's my normal pike traced down to a half herring hook bait loaded with oil, and that's going back in. Right, so you've just seen there the rig itself, but I do get a few questions over how it works when you've cast it in, you know, as different to carp fishing, and that is how our ledger rig will sit. Your bail arm's off, as you can see there, and the line, get a bit closer to it for you, the line comes straight off the spool, open spool into a fox clip, and then that line is under tension all the way up to your bite alarm there. So if you get a run, if the fish comes towards you, if the fish comes back towards me, then the line will go slack and the weight of that arm will pull the line and it'll pull it through your bite alarm, and it'll register. And obviously if the fish pulls away from you, the line falls out the clip. And one of the best sights in pike fishing, apart from the float going, is that arm hitting the deck and a few beeps on your alarm. So yeah, that is how it works in principle. and how I have my running ledger rig. Right, so by the time this blog goes live, the competition to win a set of Mark Houghton pike floats will be live. I'll put a link at the top of the screen right now. Follow the link and just comment on the top of the video which colour floats you would like to win. Set of 3, pick your tops that you'd like to win, and subscribe to the channel. All entries on that video, and the winner will be live on the 9th of February video that goes live that weekend. So yeah, good luck to all and tight lines. Right, just got another run. We'll hit straight into it. And again that's come seconds after the recast. With a nice fish. Certainly putting a bend in the rod. Nice swirl, just go up then. That's in the net. So second pike of the day, and again, you just heard me do that clip about a 10:30 recast. It can't be more than 11:15 now, so yeah, bite's coming really quickly after a recast. Second pike of the day, and after that terrible start, like I said, it's looking a bit better. So let's get the gear ready and have a look at him. Right, just done up that pike, and there she is, like a barrel, fat as a barrel. She would normally probably be about 11 pound. Right now she's going just under 14. I'm more than made up for the rubbish start to the day. She's a beautiful pike. Look at the colours, full of her winter colours. A beautiful, beautiful example of a female pike getting ready to spawn. She's got a job to do in a month's time, so we won't keep her out, and we'll get her back to where she belongs. Thank you very much, girl. Thank you. Let's get her back. And there she is, having a well-earned rest in the margin. And look at her, absolutely beautiful example of a pike. As fat as a barrel, the shoulders on her. Could be, in years to come, a very nice fish, that one, because it's growing well. And it's got the right idea. Eat, and eat a bit more. Could very well be a big pike in the future, that. A lovely pike. We'll give her a bit of a rest in the margin, and we'll get her back. In time for this lovely girl to go back. And she's not going to hang about. Back you go, girl. Off she goes. Happy days. Right, if any of the blog followers are on Facebook, they will have noticed that young lad Liam, who passed away. He went out trying to catch his first pike and sadly passed away. There's been loads of support on Facebook for him, and his family, have set up a group. I'll put a link down below in the description, and they just want people to, catch a pike for Liam. So that 14 pounder today, mate, that was for you, mate, and yeah, condolences to the family, which must be a terrible time for them. I'm sure they're taking some comfort from all the people in fishing who are coming together, to show the support for him. And yeah, it's a sad time, but that one was for you, mate. Rest in peace, mate. That pike's gone back now, and I think we'll celebrate it. We're not a brew. We're on this cold winter morning. The old cup of soup, and I think, yep, Mr. Kettle's just ready. Let's get it down the trap. Yeah, what a result that was. A lovely pike, and at just under 14 pounds shows how they are feeding, and also goes to show that the pike do go on a feed when conditions return right. That was, it was a fat pike, but you could tell by the front of its belly bit, that had been recently eaten. It wasn't naturally 14 pound. It had a lot in its first bit of its stomach. So yeah, good sign that they're on the feed, and more than welcome. It's been too long since I had the pike rods back out on the river we were doing so well on. So yeah, fingers crossed we get one more. You always want one more, don't you? It's mad, you settle for one, but when you get two you want three. I'm going to have my cup of soup and chill out for a bit. Right, so like I just said earlier, just a day sat back on the rods today. Not something that I normally do myself. I don't normally just sit and have the leads out, but I just fancied a chilled out morning, sitting back. Not, and this allows you to do, when you want to fish on leads, it definitely gives you that option to just chill out a bit more, and you're not constantly looking everywhere at the floats. You can sit back a bit more and wait for the alarms to go off. I do find floats give you more runs. I don't know why. I seem to get more runs on floats than I do on the dead bait ledger rod when I'm doing this type of fishing on here. But yeah, just a chilled out morning today with the leads out. Right, session's coming to an end now, and well, to load the car up and have a bite to eat before I make my way back home. So yeah, about half an hour, 40 minutes of the session to go. Right, so the session's come to an end now. Got about 10 minutes left, so if we do manage to nab on last knocking, so plonk it at the end. The pot noodle's gone, and it is time to begin to call it a day. Yeah, what started out as a horrendous session, and it was, turning back when you're halfway to a venue, having to make rigs up on the bank, forgetting me hooks, making the wrong rig. It was a frustrating start, and I did think about just packing in. I'm glad I stuck at it though. That 14 pound pike was a lovely pike, the colours on it, and it was fat as a barrel, wasn't it? And the 9 pound one had been feeding as well. Don't get me wrong, I thought that was about 7 till I weighed it, so that surprised me when that went to 9. So yeah, 2 nice pike on the bank, and yeah, it's been an enjoyable day in the end on the bank. The first one that our Baz hasn't really joined me. He plays football of a Sunday, so he's been called off with the horrible weather of late, but he had a match today, so he gave it a miss. And it has been weird him not being here. What started out as just taking him to catch a pike, he really got into it, and yeah, it has been weird coming on my own today. Cast the 2 rods out on ledgers is something that I don't do a lot. I normally have a float rod out, so it has been a bit more chilled and sat back and behind 2 bite alarms. It's not something that I normally do. I like seeing the float go, but it has been good to get 2 bites on the alarms as well. Don't forget to enter the competition, that competition that I linked earlier on in the video. Check out the video and just put what floats you like, and and subscribe, and you're in with a chance. So yeah, until next time, tight lines to you all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.